One of these weird facts. Today's definitely August 8th, right? So tomorrow's the 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. It's a weird fact. Why did they turn down electricity rates after 5 p.m.? Because that's when most businesses shut off all their lights. Unless you have a solar panel, right? Why would you turn off your lights if you have a solar panel? Look at all those high rises in every city around the world. You're staring up at some NASA pilot saying, I'm in outer space and I can see the world from down there. Did you know that Jupiter's radius is only 44,000 miles? Radius what? It's not how good you play the guitar. I just saw some story, right? A 50-year-old person just married his longtime 23-year-old girlfriend? That means they must have been dating for how long? And men can't date younger women? I'm trying to date as heavily as I can, and all of a sudden I show up on Zeus. Try Zeus.com. You'll see this little live button. You'll go crazy trying to follow it. You say, wow, I can take a selfie and be on live.com. Microsoft better. Have I told you the story of the Best Buy? The one Best Buy in Gaithersburg, they had a whole wall of guitars, right? I walk up and I was not as good as I am now, but good enough. Walk in, I'm like, dude's like, what guitar do you want to play? Nobody in the store. Dude, what guitar do you want to play? I'm like, can I have that one right there? I'm looking at this whole wall of guitars, even better than Guitar Center. I mean, a whole wall. He hands me the best guitar possible. I walk into the studio. What was the first song do you think I would play? I walk back out. He has a display model. He has a display model on the floor, directly facing towards the whole Best Buy, even bigger than the one over here. He points it, he says, dude, there's a guitar right here. He puts me on it. I said, can I play it? What song do you think I played next? Another time, right, I'm going into the Home Depot directly next to it. As far as I know, it's still there. Shady Grove Road, I-270. Very difficult. You know, the biotech industry was born in Gaithersburg, Maryland. No kidding. So he, he hands me, this time I'm in Home Depot, right, buying two white trash cans on a bicycle because I don't want to drive because I'm like a great athlete. A family of four, mother, father, two kids. Oh, gee, you're on a bicycle? They start heckling me. Yeah, like, like those rude family. You ever meet like the parents who like don't teach their kids how to pay respect? You know what a rude dog is, right? So the mother and the father had these two little brats, And don't forget, I don't have kids yet. I can still produce, kids. When's menopause set in women? Depends on their age, right? So this other time, I'm working at where they print the money, blow up the whole west wing of it. I mean, completely blew it up because I tried to put my hand with something metallic behind three-phase wire, 480-volt like box. All of a sudden, I mean, like an atom bomb went off. All I saw was a big flash of light. I start running as fast as I can. Come back like 20 minutes later because I knew I had made a mistake. The lady comes up to me, who was just a worker at that time, comes up to me saying, "You just blew out the whole west wing." I was like, "What?" Because I knew there was a huge explosion. They had it up in less than 10 minutes. Or close to it. This other time, right? My final piece. Well, one of them actually. Because they had, yeah, I like resigned from them too. I was working for some dude who designed half of the power grid for the United States of America. You don't think so? Look at my resume. You're going to say, he's another slumlord. Yeah, but he hired me. And then he gave me a choice. He said, you can either take unemployment or get laid off. I was like, what? You can either get fired or take unemployment. Computer aided drawing. He was another, like, he's pointing at this thing, right? And the dude before me, he got fired too. Same thing. What song did he have on his cell phone? This one right here. He had Freebird plugged into his cell phone. I didn't even have one at the time. He was the one before me. And then I came along and he's trying to tell me about a deadline. He's saying 6 months. I'm saying 8 months. He says 6 months. He says 8 months. He ended up asking me to retire 6 months later. So in 6 months, I had actually resigned because he asked me why I had jumped the fence where I shouldn't have jumped. So I had ended up jumping the fence right across from my house, which I still owned at the time. He comes in with the dude who was number two at that time, another electrical engineer. He sends the electrical engineer to NIST.gov. They have me completely chained to their fence. Total, like another police force, because they have their own police force. He has me locked down with my wrist in their own like police facility, underground NIST.gov. This other dude, just another person who worked for some electrical engineer, comes in and says, "Oh, geez, he's one of my colleagues." They end up cutting me loose. He sends me some kind of reprimand, but he's only a doctor. He's only a doctor, he says. Well, that's 355 for you. If you go right past there, you'll see the Route 54 across the 55. Just north of there, you're going to see something called Shaw and Associates. I'm not talking about the Shaw of Iran. Shaw is a common name. Go look Shaw Professional Engineers up. He told me once I could have my own field office in the city of Philadelphia itself. You know what I told him? I want unemployment. So he says, okay, collect unemployment. I collected it for 6 months exactly. Paid taxes on it, leave everything. And you don't want to go back to work? I just emailed Montgomery County government and asked them for a job. You know what they told me? I didn't get a response yet. Go call 247, I'm sorry, 240-777-0311. That's the Montgomery County Information Line, MC311. Who's the current They elect people. So I walk into the executive building, it's called. Executive building of Rockville, Maryland. Walk up. Who's on the 11th floor? Nope, it's who's on the bottom floor. They have their own police department too. Because when I resigned, retired, or whatever, they said show up. So I was supposed to resign on a certain day. You know what happened? A week before, I was like, what? I never have to go back. And they had actually given me a party. Everybody showed up. Who was the only person who didn't show up? Don't forget, they don't like people over 50, believe me. Because they're in charge of too much responsibility. Whose generation? What? Wow. That's only 11 minutes. You think it's still working? I guess I haven't told you the PO2, PO3 story. PO2 is a pregnant woman eligible for, Medicaid. PO3 is the baby of. XO2, not legal. XO3, baby of. Go study relationships. You won't like it. So my caseworker, you have a caseworker, right? Everybody has to take a pill later in life, right? You're either on medicine, you have a dental appointment, you have something broken, and I still have a broken wrist. Why is your wrist broken? You know what the thing kick the can is? It's a game we used to play. It's a game we used to play every single night. Every single night. And then all of a sudden, the whole world turned upside down. Nope. Grow up in a row home. You won't like it. Nope. You know why? Because you have to hear the person who lives next door to you. Grow up in a townhouse. Same thing. Grow up in a mansion. You'll hate that even more. It's too many rooms to clean. Go hire a maid. I just saw some comedian 50 years old marry a 23-year-old girl. That would be 50 minus 23 would be 73 minus. Ooh, man. That makes him 50 years old as of. Wow. And I'm only what? Okay, unos, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, siete, ocho, nueve. Today, Augusto 9, 8, 7. Paquito, small, caliente, hot. Work at Giant. That's my Giant. So I'm working with this other chick. Smoking hot. Her daughter comes in, trying to help, clean up because you had to feed like homeless people late at night because they kept like begging for food. She brings her daughter to work, right? This girl starts spraying my feet with water because she was trying to clean up, but I didn't want to say anything because I was too nice. Nice guys finish last. So she thought I was wearing waterproof boots, but I wasn't. I had absorbed so much water through my boots for some 12-year-old girl, but she thought she was helping. But she was only 12, smoking hot as well. That's why you don't hit on a 12-year-old girl? Come on. Go to the deli department. There's plenty of fish in your sea. I thought by 50 was all the women are available. Lose the competition for the egg. When's menopause again? Menopause. See how I can play without a hand? The guitar knows how to play itself. I guess Nostradamus had predicted the world was going to end. No, they're flying missiles at each other in Ukraine, and Zelensky isn't dead yet? He's complaining about what? He wants another military system from the United States? Go ask the Taliban for one. Why would they give a C 130 away? Remember that video where they're all like flying, trying to fly a C 130? Now Gaza is attacking Palestinians, so they must be heading towards Egypt, right? My next guess would be Egypt. So if you're in the Middle East, where would you go? You would go to the other continent. That's why there's only 7 continents on this place. Go buy another island. That's a whole continent in itself. You know they have continental, underwater seas. Go to Sandals Hotel and start looking me up. 19, when was that? No visa required. Nothing. All you needed was a driver's license. Go back even further. They didn't even have laminated driver's licenses. Nothing. Yeah, just another contractor showed up. Nope, it's just another homeowner. But he's certainly driving a big truck. How much gas do you think he uses for a day? Could be a girl. Man, how long do you think that video is going to take to upload?